£6 billion. That's the total value of seafood bought by UK households each year. But how does this seafood get from quay to kitchen? In this short film, we talk to the processors who transform our fish stocks into foodstuffs. From big businesses to small family firms, from the West Country of England to the northeast of Scotland, our processors play a crucial part in the fish and seafood supply chain, preparing, preserving, processing, and adding real value.
My name is Townend, I'm the site general manager. The factory's 35,000 square feet. We employ now 340 people. When we started out, we had about 180, so we've jumped up, which has been primarily driven by volume. We specialise in salmon, haddock and cod. We also do various other ranges in pre-pack, so we do pangasius, we do plaice, we also do smoked fish as well, and we also do a high care range of ready-to-eat prawns. As part of Morrisons, we supply 45% of the seafood range, and we also supply into some third parties as well.
So we took over the existing business 10 months ago, which was May 2013, and since then myself and Mark have just been running the business every day.
My main roles in the business would be buying fish from Peterhead Market, go there on a daily basis, and also sourcing it from other ports around Scotland.
I do the sales side of the business, look after the accounts, and then also fillet some fish as well.
Paramount was set up 26 years ago. I set it up, so I'm the owner and managing director. Prior to that, I'd worked for 11 years in my father's firm. That was a seafood-based manufacturing company as well. Our raw materials come from the West Country. So we're buying on the Nolan market, which is a shout auction, and we're buying on Plymouth market, which is an electronic auction. Paramount have two production sites. We have a primary processing site down in Nolan, and there we do the primary processing of haddocks, lemon sole, plaice and whiting. We fillet it, the majority of it's done by hand. We also smoke products down there, and then we use that product to then bring it up into the factory up at Heathfield for inclusion in our fish pies and fish cakes and things like that.
We buy fish in Peterhead and all the Scottish ports. We intake fish, process them here, pack, fillet, skin, freeze, machine cut, hand cut. It's a huge operation to get from A to B.
Seafood processing is a truly global industry. Processors source high-quality seafood from home and abroad to supply an international network of customers.
We're a global supply company. I mean, we do a wide variety of products all over the world. Whitefish, salmon, fresh, frozen, air freight, road, sea containers, just everything.
We supply the food service market in the UK. We do little coated small fish, smelt and whitebait. Whitebait only over 5 centimetres, so we're not using anything that's on the red list. And we sell into big restaurant chains, hotel chains and pub chains, and also into virtually every wholesaler in the UK.
We do fish onto counter. So we do wet fish onto counter, but the pre-pack range is growing significantly. We also have a strong sales in our smoked area as well, primarily on the coloured smoke, because the customer demographic associates the colour with smoked fish.
We're in predominant port is Peterhead. Every morning we travel there with the lorry and buy about 90% of our fish from there.
About 70% of our produce will go to France, and it's all in the export market, and then the remaining percentage, 30, will go down to London restaurants.
Adding value costs money. The greater the transformation, the higher the price. At the heart of the supply chain, processors must strike a careful balance between supporting suppliers, satisfying customers, and managing their own margins.
The natural overheads of running a factory itself. There's the cost of converting it, so there's the cost of packaging, the cost of labour to convert the product, the cost of distribution. Because we are part of Morrisons, we have 500 stores to service, so there's quite a significant amount of transport goes out of this site to make sure that we service all the stores.
We've spent £3 million of investment refurbishing the factory. We've spent maybe another £1 million on machinery. You have 300 staff. Your logistic costs, transport, water, business rates, that's got to be kept under control, because it's the easiest thing in the world to let a business this size spiral out of control.
The main cost that most people have is employees, because although you have the fish there, it takes quite a bit of work to get through. Other challenges on the business are overheads are consistently increasing along a number of factors. You've got the fuel surcharges are coming in, you're paying a little bit more for your polystyrene boxes, inflation, just general inflation, everything's going up. You're not getting that back from your customer. The price isn't increasing in line with the overheads. So again, all you're leading to is margin reduction at the end of the day. We find it's really difficult to get money as young entrepreneurs or young businessmen. Banks nowadays are just not lending unless it's 100% secured on something.
We probably have to reinvest in terms of anywhere between 250 and 500,000 a year in capital equipment, and that's to stay ahead of the game, really, from the point of view of having, you know, the best forming machines to do our fish cake range. Most of the profits of the business are sort of ploughed back into the business to make us better at what we're doing.
Collaboration is vital. Only with industry-wide cooperation and understanding can our processes deliver consistency and quality at a competitive price.
Issues currently facing the business are lack of forward information, continuity of supply. That's the most critical factors. It's very difficult to plan how you operate your business with no forward information.
We do get a number of people that are asking us for, well, can I have this product, you know, with the cheapest fish available, but we want it to be sustainable, and we want this and we want that, and you think, well, those two things don't go together, really.
We do have our challenges around certain supplies of fish coming in. So around the current supply of haddock is in somewhat short supply at the moment, but we do manage with our local suppliers around that piece.
The biggest issues that we face as a company is when it's bad weather, then a restricted supply, so therefore we can't provide the product for our customer.
We've found is with the people we sell fish to, especially directly in retail, is that the majority of them, about 70%, would be over 45, and we've noticed there's a real problem just with getting the younger generation to eat fish.
Cross-industry communication is also vital in driving demand.
I would love more people to eat fish, but I'd like more people to cook fish. You know, in France, for example, a supermarket fish display is huge. In the UK, the major retailers have got tiny counters and aisle pack.
A promotion on British fish, even coming from the government, firstly so people know what to do with them, and secondly so people know the different types of fish available.
I think one of the most difficult things that you've got over here, and it's bizarre bearing in mind that we are an island, is that, you know, the main species that are being used are cod and haddock, and those are the two things that people tend to focus on. Yeah, trying to sort of pull people out of that into other species is difficult. But whiting's just starting to hit menus now, which is quite nice. I mean, that's a beautiful fish.
The processing sector creates jobs and brings in money that shapes our fishing communities, particularly across Scotland, on Humberside and in the southwest of England.
The future for fish processing, we are in a strong category of growth within the business, so we are growing, our volumes are significantly growing at site on a week-by-week basis. There's significant advantages to being in Grimsby. A lot of our container fish is landed at Immingham, so it lands in the Immingham port and then it's transported through to Grimsby, so that any deliveries that come straight in, we've got a prime location for the transport network into site and away to export.
Well, I think it's quite important for us to try and develop the younger generation. My two sons are involved in the business, so they're 23 and 26. We took a young lad who was 18, brought him into the finance department, trained him up, then moved him off over into production. So we try and grow some of our own youngsters. I think as a relatively large employer, which we are in this area, I think you've got that responsibility anyway.
Our plans for the future are to expand the business. We hope to employ maybe another 100, 150 staff. I'd like the clients to know the level of investment, the staff training we put in. It's a huge commitment from everyone in the business to our customers, and we look forward to supplying them for many years to come.
A worldwide reputation for processing excellence can noticeably improve a region's social and economic opportunities. But while some sites thrive, the number of processing units in the UK is falling. Our challenge is to halt this trend and preserve skills we've developed over generations.
What we would like to see is the fishermen and the processors working together a bit more. For example, if the boats could tell the processors what species they have aboard, how much of it, when they're expecting to land, then we could also speak to our customers, notify them what we're expecting to come in, and possibly have the fish sold before it hits the quay.
I think some sort of review needs to be done in the quota system. The people who are having the problems first hand, the fishermen, the processors, they're not being heard.
I would like to see an industry still going ahead as it is just now. It's a real worry of mine and Joel's to see the ageing people in the industry, and there's no youth here.
Securing the future won't happen overnight, but with a lot to attract young people into the industry, we can afford to be optimistic.
You get a good buzz out of it sometimes. When things are going good and you've got good orders and the fish are a reasonable price and then you're doing okay out of your customer, you do get a buzz out of it. Sometimes it's nice to walk out at the end of a week and think, I've done it too bad.
I enjoy the day-to-day difference and variation that you get in this role. No day is the same, every day presents a different challenge. So it really is a fast-paced business. It doesn't suit everybody, but it's something that I thrive on.
Well, I love it. I mean, I love it. It's all I know, really. I mean, I joined the industry when I was 16, working for my father, and I wouldn't really want to do anything else. Both my sons are in the business now as well. My 3 sisters are in the business in various parts of it, so it's a family business really.
Going forward, I'm confident that the industry will be here for a long time to come. With much more supplies coming on board, fish are more sustainably caught. I think the future is bright. I still like getting up every morning because every day is a new challenge, right? There's always somebody out there trying to outwit you somewhere, and it's how to rise to that challenge every day. It's what makes it working out your bed for.
Processors play a crucial role in ensuring the seafood which reaches our quaysides also arrives in our kitchens in perfect condition. By working together to understand each other's concerns, we can secure our supply chain and ensure a sustainable and profitable future for our seafood industry. Because for our processors as for our fishermen, seafood isn't just a living, it's a way of life.